Straight ahead on 12 News, remembering a Renaissance woman and cultural pioneer.
She inspired so many readers.
A local library pays tribute to Maya Angelou. Then, a partnership opens new doors for students. But first, a new tool in Brooklyn Park that could ultimately save lives. 12 News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. She was a powerful voice and a sculptor of words.
Dr. Maya Angelou passed away this morning. The poet, author, and civil rights activist was 86 years old. Reporter Sonia Goins shows us how some in the Northwest Metro are remembering her.
Lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise.
Just like her popular poem, Still I Rise, Maya Angelou will continue to uplift and inspire people.
No, not only African-American people, but people in general, uplifted in them.
Dr. Angelou was found dead in her North Carolina home Wednesday morning.
Kind of hurts that she's gone. It was a piece of American history.
Brookdale Library in Brooklyn Center is honoring Angelou with this display of her works.
She's eternally popular. We have all of her autobiographies and a number of her books of poetry.
She was best known for her book, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. The book is about a young African-American girl growing up in the South during the Jim Crow era.
She inspired so many readers. A lot of young people read her autobiographies. She wrote 7 autobiographies that were bestsellers.
Dr. Angelou has a long list of accomplishments. She was a dancer, educator, actress, and movie director, but it was her motivational quotes that moved a nation.
My favorite quote from her is, there's no work unless you do it yourself. There's nothing you can't do.
One of Angelou's quotes says, if you're going to live, leave a legacy. Make a mark on the world that can't be erased. Her legacy will continue to live on through the people who read her books and poems.
Today's a sad day, but the sun's out, so maybe there's a reason for the sun to be out, because we lost an icon.
Maya Angelou had heart problems and had been sick for some time. Her last Twitter post says, listen to yourself, and in the quietude, you might hear the voice of God.
Are Brooklyn Park City employees fairly compensated? And how do Brooklyn Park City employees compare to workers in peer cities? Those questions could be looked at if the City Council approves hiring a consultant to look at city staffing. The cost would be around $60,000 for a comprehensive study. Brooklyn Park last implemented an across-the-board pay increase in 2007 and then held off on pay raises because of the recession. Since that time, concern has grown about the city being competitive with pay for certain jobs. Well, it's natural this time of year for winter-weary Minnesotans to get outside and head to lakes and rivers.
But high waters and fast currents make those bodies of water more dangerous than normal. Already this month, 2 people have drowned in metro area rivers. As Delane Cleveland reports, Brooklyn Park has a new tool to help those who fall victim to the dangerous waters.
On a radiant Minnesota day.
Oh yeah, beautiful day. I come here almost every summertime.
The pristine surroundings near the Coon Rapids Dam are a natural draw for anyone who had to grapple with cabin fever this past winter.
Wow, today seemed like a nice day, so I want to catch some catfish.
Brooklyn Park resident Eddie Kane is a frequent visitor.
Let's try to see what happens.
Today, he's trying to catch some catfish.
Catfish is more fun to fish, yeah. When it got hooked, it won't let go.
But while Eddie sees his spot along the Mississippi River as a prime fishing spot,
the depths of the water change from anywhere from 6 inches to 15 feet.
Brooklyn Park firefighters view it in a different light.
It doesn't take much to slip into that if the bank starts to give way because the river is so high right now.
Now, Brooklyn Park has a new piece of equipment to help them in a worst-case scenario.
This boat is primarily used for rescue on open water.
Purchased earlier this month at the cost of $32,000.
This piece of equipment can be deployed in under 3 minutes to the river.
This boat comes equipped with many of the necessary tools to make their jobs easier.
This unit comes with a 360-degree sonar that can map out the river bottom for us, show us obstructions.
Recent drownings in the Mississippi and St. Croix rivers serve as a reminder of how treacherous the waters can be this time of year.
Not to have a piece of equipment in this stretch of the river is just going to be dangerous.
It's one reason why all of the city's firefighters have been trained to use it.
So it can be deployed at a moment's notice by anybody who's working at the department.
Ultimately, it's an important tool to help them save lives.
It's our duty to protect the citizens that live here, the people who work here, and the people who travel through. And this is just one of those pieces of equipment to have that does that.
In Brooklyn Park, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
Firefighters stress the importance of wearing a life vest near riverbanks. They say a safe distance from the river is about 10 to 20 feet until water levels go down.
In other news, they are popping up all over, from St. Paul to Minnetonka, from Bemidji to New Ulm. Tap rooms have become popular destinations across the state. Now the city of New Hope could be getting one too. There's a proposal to build a tap room along Highway 169. The prospective owners currently run a machine shop in New Hope. Just like what Brooklyn Center did for Surly Brewing, New Hope would have to approve a tap room license. We could see new home construction in New Hope this fall. The New Hope EDA approved a purchase agreement with Centra Homes on Tuesday night. Centra is buying the former Winnetka Learning Center site for just over $1 million. Plans call for 34 single-family homes in the $300,000 range and 27 townhomes that would sell for $250,000.
You could call it a home run for one Osseo area elementary school. A library renovation project got some all-star power to boost student reading. There's a finish line like frenzy in the library at Garden City Elementary. There's new books to be shelved and furniture assembled before this $200,000 library makeover is revealed, courtesy of Target and the Heart of America Foundation.
We bring in 2,000 new age and culturally appropriate books. We bring in a technology package here at Garden City Elementary, 29 iPads that these kids will get to use and enjoy and learn from.
When the doors open, it's an all-star unveiling with a pair of twins that understand teamwork.
What we have learned over the course of our lifetimes is that we don't really accomplish a whole heck of a lot without having a partner.
A corporate community partnership fueled this renovation, and it's designed to help fulfill this school's ultimate mission.
Reading is the heart of learning and the future for our students. And to come into a library that is inviting and beautiful and inspirational is going to help our students achieve their dreams. 2, 3!
I declare the library open!
Garden City was one of 25 schools selected nationwide for a library makeover. Based on specific criteria, Target chooses schools that will benefit most from an upgrade. And the biggest applause line, of course, when the students found out they were getting new iPads.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Coming up, plugging a financial leak. 12 News has tips to avoid wasting money.
Then later in sports, Armstrong and Wayzata play a thriller in the Section 6 baseball tournament.
But first, the heat is on. Friday will feel especially warm. When it comes to your monthly budget, sometimes a small drip can add up to an ocean of lost money.
We've asked local financial experts what they see as common leaks in your budget. 12 News reporter Shannon Slatton will be sharing those over the next 4 weeks in our Money Savers series, Money Drain, Plugging the Leaks.
How organized are you at your house? It might surprise you, but we found the more disorganized you are, the more there's a chance money is leaking from your household budget.
It's important just to spend a little bit of time every day staying organized, which is hard when you're a parent or a working person.
Twin Cities frugal mom Lisa Baker got out of thousands of dollars of debt by plugging her household's financial leaks.
It's a major money leak because you can easily lose things and then run to the store and have to buy something because you can't find it.
Disorganization also means you go to the grocery store without a list, which is a recipe for spending more money than you want.
So you go into the big box retailer and you have your list of, I'm going to spend about $100, and you walk out spending $150. It's all those little things that you're really not necessarily paying attention to.
The solution? Plan your meals, much like a business would. For help, check out websites and download apps that do the planning for you.
If you stay on top of your home organization and Plan your meals. Plan to go grocery shopping no more than once a week.
Time spent planning meals also means you avoid extra money spent grabbing food on the go.
Eating out is a big thing. I mean, we are all so busy, and we're running kids. If we've got kids, we're running them from activity to activity. We're working crazy hours, and so it's super hard, but you need to plan ahead because you'll save a lot of money.
And disorganization also costs you money when your bills are late or you have to pay express shipping. Organizing your home cuts the cost of clutter and plugs a financial leak. For Money Savers, Shannon Slatton, 12 News.
And organizing experts say you can develop good habits by starting small. Organize for, say, 15 minutes a day or tackle just one folder at a time. Get started somewhere.
That's
right?
good advice.
Coming up in sports, the Heritage Christian Academy baseball team stays alive in the playoffs with a big rally.
John Jacobson has that and more when we come back.
Pretty exciting baseball game between two teams that don't meet each other very much. I mean, they're tied, 3-3 and 4-4?
Went right down to the end, yeah. Both teams still in the tournament, but a big win for Armstrong. Plymouth neighbors Armstrong and Wayzata aren't in the same conference anymore, but the Falcons and Trojans did meet up in winner's bracket play in the Section 6-3A baseball tournament at Parade Stadium. Armstrong's Matt Bachmeyer at the plate. He lines a hit to center that gets past the center fielder. Troy Ouellette scores, and it's 1-0 Falcons in the first inning. Wayzata answers as Jack Sorensen singles in Christian Linhart. They add one more in the bottom of the first to lead 2-1. It's tied 3-3 in the fifth when Mickey Leas lines a single to right field for Wayzata. Linhart scores, and the Trojans go back in front 4-3. But Armstrong keeps battling back. Jake Westner singles to right to score Jordan Kuznia on the top of the sixth. And the game is even at 4. In the seventh, Wayzata almost wiggles out of a big jam, but Bachmeyer's bouncer gets past Leas at short. Josh Thorpe scores, and Armstrong leads it 5-4. Reliever Lance Kilby works around the Falcons' two-out error in the bottom of the seventh, with Thorpe getting the final out on a forced play at second. And Armstrong wins 5-4. Top seeded Benilde St. Margaret's beat St. Louis Park 7-3. The Red Knights and Falcons play tonight, Wednesday, at Parade Stadium in Minneapolis. Wayzata is still alive in the losers bracket, as is Hopkins at this taping of 12 News. We'll have highlights of the Armstrong-Benilde game Thursday starting at 4. In Class A, Heritage Christian Academy won 8 of its last 9 games to close out the regular season. The Eagles looked for their third straight win in the Section 4A baseball tournament when they faced two-time defending section champion St. Agnes. Bottom of the third, and the Aggies' Joe McDonald drops a 2-run double between the center and right fielder. Nick Turch and Jack Fawson score to make it 4-0 St. Agnes. Move to the sixth inning with Heritage down 5-0 when Ben Suits rips a single into the Dandelions in right center. Joe Vershik and Ian Strawman score, and it's 5-2 after 6. Top of the seventh, Vershik keys a rally, driving one that falls between the left and center fielder. Timmy Thurston scores on this play, and it's 5-3. After another run it scored, Suits pokes a flare to left. This will drop for another hit. Vershik comes in to score, and it's a tie game. But there's more. Drew Kleinschmidt up. He grounds to short. The Aggies come home, but the throw pulls the catcher off the plate. Ian Strawman scores. The Eagles lead 6-5. In all, Heritage scores 6 runs in the inning. They rally to win it 8-5. The Eagles will play again Saturday. West Lutheran is also still alive in this tournament. Section championships are on the line this week in prep softball. Hopkins was looking to bounce back from an earlier loss in the Section 6-3A tournament as they faced Edina in an elimination game. Bottom of the fourth in a scoreless game. Royals with 2 on. Josie Reese with a hit down the line. Aaron O'Neill scores easily. But Michelle Genther is tagged out trying to score on the play from first base. Reese ends up on third, and she scores on the squeeze bunt here by Jessica Krauser for a 2-0 Hopkins lead. Top of the sixth, Edina with a runner on third, but Lauren Fegler gets a big strikeout to end the threat. Bottom of the sixth, Krauser strokes a hit up the middle. O'Neill scores, giving the Royals a 3-0 lead. That's the final as Hopkins advances to the title game against Orono. That title game was also played Tuesday, and and the rested Spartans beat the Royals soundly 8-1. Orono advances on to next week's state tournament in North Mankato. In Section 5 3A softball, defending champion Maple Grove will play for the title. The top-seeded Crimson beat Spring Lake Park 3-0 in the winner's bracket final. Sidney Smith fanned 12 batters in the shutout. Also in that tournament, Rogers beat Park Center, knocking the Pirates out. Rogers then lost to Spring Lake Park, so the Royals are out. Spring Lake Park and Maple Grove will meet again for the Section 5 3A title Thursday afternoon at 3:30 at Rice Creek Park. The Crimson need one win to move on to state. The Panthers need two. And that's a look at sports for today.
All right, thanks, John.
Welcome.
Still ahead, a house turns into an art gallery in Robbinsdale.
We'll show you the artistic transformation when we come back.
Original sculptures, paintings, and other works of art from Minnesota will be on display at a new business in Robbinsdale this weekend.
And 12 News reporter Carissa Wyant goes behind the scenes at Gallery 5004, one of the newest businesses in Birdtown.
He's trying to create an emotion and let people fill in the blanks.
Tim Bechtold is realizing a dream. This lifelong Robbinsdale resident recently opened his first art gallery in his hometown.
I think it brings an opportunity for people to come and look at various shows. We're planning on having about 6 to 8 events a year.
Bechtold and his high school friend Steve Isaacson bought and rehabbed this house at 5004 42nd Avenue North in Robbinsdale. It was originally built in 1921 and ordered as a kit from a Sears catalog. Now it houses studio spaces and a beautiful and eclectic array of artwork, most of which can be purchased.
Our goal is not to make money. Our goal is really to have it something that's an asset for the community. They can come and look at the artwork. You don't have to buy, you can just look.
Minnesota artist Paul Becker shows off some of his latest works on display in a show opening Friday here.
I'm really honored to have my art in this gallery. It's really a cool opportunity.
This artwork isn't just lovely to look at. Bechtold hopes it also brings the community together.
For people to be able to come and look at the art, enjoy it, chat with us, chat with the other people that are here, and just use it as an asset. Hopefully go across the street to Robin Gallery and see what they have going on.
Given the close proximity of Gallery 5004 to the Robin Gallery just across the street, the owners are hoping that this little area of Robbinsdale will become kind of like an arts corridor. Organizers say the visual potpourri here has something for everyone.
It has a nice mix of things, so no matter what your taste is, you're going to find something here that you like, especially in this whole gallery.
In Robbinsdale, Carissa Wyant, 12 News.
Gallery 5004 will host an opening reception this Friday from 6 to 9 for its newest show called Steve and Paul, Northern Hemisphere Work. And as we were looking at that, we wondered how you could buy a house in pieces from Sears.
1921, I'm still processing that.
It's pretty cool now, though. Looks good.
It is.
That's it for now. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
We'll see you back here tomorrow. Community Corner is coming up next.